is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Hey, this is Tyson Fury. This is a special message for Deontay Wilder, the big dosser. He's going around saying he fights all the best heavyweights, but Dominic Brazil ain't no best heavyweight, and neither is Luis Ortiz. Dominic Brazil's average at best, and the other guy, Luis Ortiz, is average at best. 145 years old. Someone you already knocked out, you bum. You go around fighting the bestie, giving them best the opportunities. You've only fought one good man in your career, and that's me, and I beat you. And everybody in the world knows that you lost to the Gypsy King. A half-mass Gypsy King. A Gypsy King that was out of the ring for a year. Still beat you. On 50%. You're getting busted next time I meet you. I'll have everything I've got on it. I beat you, dosser. I ain't afraid of you. I ain't bothered about you, bum. I wasn't bothered about you back then, and I definitely ain't bothered about you now. You big dosser. You're getting it. You big dosser. You know you lost, your trainer knows you lost, your manager, your promoter, your wife, your kids. They all know the Gypsy King betted you. Coming for your pussy.
You know the saying, stay hungry, stay humble. I'm humble in defeat, and I'm going to remain humble in victory. This is it, right?
Deontay Productions.
I just wanted to put on a great boxing masterclass and also show the sweet science of this lovely sport. Man, the first time was so nice, I had to do it twice.
I'm prepared to the best of my capability, and I pray that I get the win. Look at him, I love Mike Tyson, how he came into the game on some different kind of vibe. You know what I mean, man? It takes a crazy man to want to fight, you know what I mean, day in, day out. The hardcore sport, as you said, no silk shoes.
Ain't no other sight in the game can see the boxing voice.
Good morning, TBV, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank God it's Monday, another new week, fresh out of bed. They gave us life, and we're back to discuss some boxing. Tyson Fury takes to his social media and calls Wilder everything under the sun, including pussy. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, Dazn, bum, pussy. Interesting. Not only that, John Fury, his father, comes out and says that Tyson is ripping bodies in half. Talks about, the reason why Tyson left Ben Fury, wanting to go to Sugar Hill and work on technique so that they can knock Wilder out. According to the Furies, this time around, the fight is going to be taken out of the judges' hands. They're trying to, quote unquote, get a knockout. So we'll see just how, accurate that prediction is going to be. And I want to get your thoughts on, obviously, Tyson's latest words, and also the fact that we haven't got an announcement yet. I mean, at the end of the day, we spoke to Bob 2 weeks ago, and he told us that last week there would be an announcement. We have not seen that yet. Now I have audio from Frank Warren saying that next week will be an announcement. I don't know when it is, but I know that December 13th, which was 10 days ago, we did an episode titled Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury. Is this fight really happening? 10 weeks out. Here we are now 10 days later with even less time, no announcement, but definitely a lot of shoulder content. Not specifically designed for Wilder Fury 2, but definitely created to keep you thinking about it. But I am getting nervous. I mean, it's the 23rd. We're talking about 2 months out, literally. All that definitely this week. I mean, we've been hearing that for some time. As fight fans, we want to make our travel arrangements. We want to try and get these flights to Vegas and hotels as cheap as possible. And I think that they need to be working a little more efficiently to give the fight fans a heads up on what exactly is going on here. But yeah, I mean, I don't think we really touched on the fact that Tyson got rid of Ben Davison. I mean, Ben brought him back from basically boxing jail. He wasn't active. He was overweight. He really wasn't considered a player in boxing. And then Ben brought him back from the ashes, and now he's getting rid of Ben. And I know Ben says, they split and mutually, but according to John, the father of Fury, it doesn't sound like a mutual split. It sounds more like they decided the unexperienced Ben Davison should not be part of the team this time around. They're looking, like I said, for the experience. Tyson was in the Crunk Gym 14 years ago, so he's going back to his roots, kind of like what Deontay Wilder would say. Now, there is a bit of confusion. According to John, Tyson's in Vegas, but then mid-interview, he says he's back in the Crunk Gym. So I don't know. I didn't know the Crunk made a new gym in Vegas. But the fact that Tyson came out here 2 months early, I know we don't have an announcement, but no fight announcement. But I mean, that in itself should make you feel secure that this fight is taking place. I mean, he's here 2 months before the fight. He's obviously trying to get acclimated. He's obviously taking it serious. Now, no announcement. Don't know why. We'll get to the audio, but let me head on out to my co-host in Indiana, Gross the Boss.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. I can't say it enough. I speak it, believe it.
Windows camp, 2 attempts, handed bands over. Sicko hit, shot and miss, 2 to stand over. Turn up. Breadwinner, huh? Look who in the building. Let me check my Instagram. I might be at 1 million. And I'm in.
BoxingVoice.com.
Yo. Good morning to everybody out there in the TBV universe. Back with another one. Man, this goddamn Tyson Fury coming out here talking that shit. Good God, I call him a bitch, a dawson, all this kind of shit, man. Look, man, I'm not the guy that I'm saying that plays with the name calling, but hey, man, just like I said, it was good for Tony Harrison and Charlo. It's good for Fury and Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Build up the animosity, build up that marketability for this fight, and like Ness said, man, it seems like Fury's doing some good things, man, getting back to the basics, you know what I'm saying, going down to Vegas for 2 months prior to the fight, even though there's nothing announced yet. Hopefully we get an announcement this week, and I don't even know if an announcement this week make any sense because of the Christmas holiday, so maybe it'll be next week, but we'll break it down, talk about that, and a whole lot of more stuff.
I mean, honestly, I wasn't going to try and go down this route with this show, but I'm starting to think it has to do with this quote-unquote war between the networks fighting over the rights to air the fight in the U.S. for the Wilder side. Because think about it. If Fox had won the rights to air it, wouldn't they want to air it on one of the most anticipated fights on Fox between Tony Harrison and Jermell Charlo, the rematch? That was the perfect platform, and we know it was the perfect platform because they chose that platform for the return of Earl Spence, the welterweight king. 2 titles, IBF, WBC. So it just made sense for Wilder Fury to at least make official. You don't have to have an announcement. You don't have to fly in Wilder, but make it official, an infographic, something. It has me nervous. I'm just being honest.
Yeah, man, I would agree, you know what I'm saying? I'm a little bit nervous as well, but man, look, I think you're right with the Showtime and Fox, you know what I'm saying, probably doing battle and going to war for this fight, like Custer said, and I don't think either network wants to give this fight up, so I think that's probably why we don't have a announcement date yet, but it should be coming down the pipeline here pretty soon, you know what I'm saying? We only got, a month and a half, you know what I'm saying, to really, you know what I'm saying, get ready for this fight, and there haven't been a press coverage yet, so I don't know, man. But what do you feel about Fury tearing people in half in training or whatever?
I mean, he tore his father in half, right? I watched the interview, which I want to play, and And, he said, I did some pad work with Fury, and he was tearing my body. So it's like, all right, dog, like, you 50-something. He should be tearing you in half. But, look, it's all good for the fight. Like you said, it's build-up. This is what's needed. Keep this fight in the minds of the people. And even though there's no announcement, little tidbits like this definitely work. But I want to go to this BT Sports audio and hope that, they're kind and friendly.
Is that Tyson Fury is training in the United States. So as we turn now to Tyson and Wilder Mark II, when are you going to announce it?
Next week.
Is it definitely going to be February the 22nd?
Definitely, it's going to be on that date, and it'll officially be announced next week. Definitely.
Okay.
Now, why should we believe Frank? I mean, we had Bob Arum on here 2 weeks ago, and he said the following week after our interview, we'd get an announcement, and it'd be like a circus. It'd be a digital announcement that would reach across the world. Then we did a show 10 days ago on the 13th, and we were asking, is this fight going to happen? Now here we are 10 days later on the 23rd, still no announcement. And they're saying next week we get an announcement. Now we have another promoter saying definitely next week. I mean, do we believe these dudes or what?
I think we can give Frank a benefit of the doubt. And the only reason I say that is because when the whole Fury and Wilder thing was going on, Eddie was coming out, man, this shit ain't going to happen. I'll be surprised if it happens. And Frank always stayed true to his guns. It's going to be announcement coming soon. So I'm going to give Frank the benefit of the doubt. If Frank says it's going to be next week, I know that he got a lot of dealing with Fury, but even though he don't have like really the final say-so about what Fury does, I think Fury and MTK Global has kept Frank in the loop. You know what I'm saying? I think Fury really, really respects Frank Warren. And if Frank says, hey, man, there's an announcement come next week, and the way he said it, it seemed like he was sure of it, you know what I'm saying, next week. You know what I'm saying? So if he says it's next week, then hopefully we get that announcement so all these fans and things can start getting their tickets, their rooms for the fight in February.
Now, Mike, do you remember what platform was this? BT Sports pay-per-view last time?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, do you think Sky will get into business since they got in the last two Wilder fights business?
Honestly, I think when it comes to BT and Tyson Fury, I think BT is like Tyson's home base for UK fighting, and I really think that no matter what Sky tries to do, I think Fury has a contract with BT Sports. They've been with Tyson Fury since the comeback. They had Sephiroth. They put all his fights on, so I think it's safe to say that BT Sports will carry this pay-per-view.
I mean, you know how I like to say, man, women lie, men lie, but them numbers don't lie. If Sky puts together a package, I don't know that any party can say no. It would have to be similar to Showtime and Fox, no?
Absolutely not, because what I want to say is Showtime and Fox, like Wilder doesn't have a contract with Showtime or Fox, you know what I'm saying? But I believe Fury has a contract with BT Sports. That's what I'm saying. So there's no way that he can double dip with Sky. The only reason that we're having this tug of war between Fox and Showtime is because Al Heyman, you know what I'm saying, pretty much what it seems like from the outside looking in is he presents the fights, and whichever network offer him the best package for that fight, he rolls with, you know what I'm saying? So that's what my belief is.
I don't think that BT has an exclusive deal with Tyson Fury. I've never seen anything announced, especially after, he made the trip to Top Rank and made it official on multiple platforms that all his fights with Top Rank will be on the U.S. and not in the UK. So I don't know. I mean, like I said, I haven't read anything, but I'll leave it out there for the universe to see. Could Sky bid on it, possibly giving this fight more exposure? Because from our UK listeners, they tend to favor Sky over BT.
Yeah, man. Tyson Fury had like a big press conference with BT when he first came back. They had the little stage, the little BT lights. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I consider that, you know what I'm saying, a deal with BT. Well, I could be wrong. Could have just been with Queensberry, but it just seems like it was more BT with all the theatrics and stuff that was going on in that press conference. But yeah, man. Look, we all know that people over in the UK, it seems from just our callers and listeners, know what I'm saying, that Sky is the more popular thing over there. So who knows, man? But I just still believe that Fury has some kind of deal with BT.
Not me. Typical. We just started to see this fight lock him down to a slave contract in the last 2 years. Typical contract is 3 fights. Tyson had the Safara, the Pianeta, and the Wilder. Then he signed a new deal with an American promoter. So I'm going to lean on the fact that he's got a whole new deal. And I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying, yeah, there's a possibility. He had a second meeting and renegotiated a multi-year deal with BT. But like I said, I haven't read anything. I'm assuming the 3 fights with Wilder, Safara, and Pianeta kind of voided anything that may have happened, because then he said, you know, he was exclusive to the U.S. Go ahead, Mike.
When he signed his new deal with this from BT Sports Home, when he signed his new deal with Top Rank, the agreement means the heavyweight fights will be broadcast exclusively live on BT Sports and BT Sports box office in the UK and Republic of Ireland.
Okay, so it says here that he penned a deal to remain on BT Sports. So again, sounds like what I was saying. Let's find out when that was. Was it after the 3 fights?
When he re-signed with Top Rank.
Oh, so Ness is right again. Yeah, I mean, look, your deal, 3-fight deal, you know, and he got out of it, but they obviously gave him another contract after that 3-fight deal to remain on BT, because again, from the wording it says to remain on BT. That's a good thing, but the only bad thing with that is no bidding war. You know, the 2 guys won't make the most possible. Not to say that BT didn't already throw the bag at the fight. Just saying, if you got 2 different people fighting for the fight, maybe you know, you get something.
I mean, AJ didn't really have a bidding war with Ruiz, and it did pretty good on Sky. And I feel like this Wilder, even though AJ is a bigger star than Fury, I feel like the Wilder and Fury fight is a bigger fight than the Joshua. Go ahead.
Who's AJ supposed to get in a bidding war over? He's always been exclusive to Sky.
And that's what I'm saying with Fury. Ever since he came back, he's been exclusive.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Again, I'm still trying to pull this up, but it's saying Safari cannot even open it. I don't know. Were you able to open the article?
Yeah, I'm reading.
All right. So the difference between AJ is his contract obviously never has been up. Like, I've talked to Adam long enough. You know, they're with AJ for his whole career. It's different with BT. They just jumped on him, you know, because before BT it was Box Nation with Fury. So this is a new relationship is all I'm saying. And again, the titles clearly states pens a new multi-year deal to continue fighting on BT Sports, which indicates that the last contract was absolutely up and they had to renegotiate and come to new terms, which means that Fury probably earned a lot more money on the second go around. But again, I would have liked to see them allow the biggest bidder for the fight. And as far as Sky, they'll never lose the rights to AJ. They're going to always have last match right. And it's like we said, yeah, maybe BT would bid on an AJ fight, but the fight fans already made it clear that Sky Sports is the better broadcaster out there, and that's what they prefer.
And maybe BT learned from Sky, you know what I'm saying? Like, they locked down AJ. They felt like, shit, we got to lock down Fury, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, because Fury's going to be their meal ticket, you know what I'm saying? No matter if it's Wilder, no matter if it's AJ, because you better believe if they do a UK pay-per-view with AJ and Fury, it will be like Fox and ESPN. It will be a joint pay-per-view. I don't think it will exclusively come on Sky or BT. I think it would be just like what's going on in the States with Fury and Wilder.
Now, as far as Frank and him saying the announcement, don't you feel safe not believing him? I know you said, no, I believe him, but like, just want to add, we've been hearing people say that Frank has no more power in the Tyson Fury.
Eddie says that shit, bro. Look, Eddie don't like Frank Warren.
All right, hold on. Let's think about this. Yeah, Eddie said it. Take that out of the equation. Where's Tyson fighting? Who'd he sign with? Who has the control? You know what I'm saying? Like, it looks like Bob Arum is in control of what takes place. Bob Arum is the one doing all the media tours in America. Bob Arum put him on Vegas twice, I think. And then factor in that Eddie said, look, Frank doesn't have power. MTK Global is the one that has the power, and Bob, and factor in when we had Spencer Fearon on the show. He told us, bro, MTK Global got that deal for Tyson Fury, not anyone else. You know, MTK Global. I know he's a representative of them, so, you know, he's obviously going to want his company to look good, but at the same time, I doubt he's going to go out and lie on air.
Oh, man. Look, man, it's like, I know people give Frank Warren a tough stick all the time, but when it comes to Tyson Fury, I just think that him and Fury have a bond, and if he says Fury's going to be announcement next week, I tend to believe Frank Warren just a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, because of just the history of him and Fury. I know Eddie says things about Frank Warren. Sometimes it's, you know what I'm saying, accurate, sometimes it's not, because, you know, truth be told, they really don't like each other. And with Spencer Fearon, you know what I'm saying, I just feel like he probably was being honest, but at the same time, he probably wasn't giving away the entire truth. I think maybe Frank Warren could have possibly had some dealings to, you know what I'm saying, get Fury with MTK Global, because a lot of Frank Warren fighters are with MTK Global, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? I'm not here to bash anybody, you know what I'm saying? If they feel like Frank Warren is not a big part of Fury's career right now, I tend to go to the other side and disagree, but it is what it is, man.
I mean, the headlines definitely were saying MTK Global, you know, did what they did for Tyson, and it was a huge deal, lucrative deal. And they have other fighters that they're getting a lot of stateside attention here in America. Frampton and others, you know, I can't really pinpoint it right now. I thought I had more than just Frampton.
Warrington, you got Billy Joe Saunders, you got Fury, of course.
They haven't done anything with Saunders yet. Like, ESPN hasn't touched him yet. And I wonder if that's because...
Dazn got him.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, Eddie got him. Saunders should have a big fight coming up next year.
So I guess they shopped him around. It's going
to be Callum Smith or it's going to be Canelo.
Well, again, if you're Billy... It made more sense, it made more sense, Dazn. You're 60-68. It made more sense.
Not even close. Damn, I fucked around and missed that fucking fight this morning.
Oh, I watched it.
Was it good?
Corolla? I mean, Butler's a Canadian, bro. My man was wilding. I don't know how he got in there. Was this a mandatory or something, or a voluntary?
I thought it was a mandatory for the regular.
Wow.
Yeah.
Butler's not on that level. He's not on that level. He did okay. But I don't know. I don't know if he was changing speeds. It just didn't seem like he had pop. Like maybe he was changing speed because the three, he was having a little more.
Because he was digging with it. I mean, it's easy to well, not easy, but you get more torque on the three, you know what I'm saying? Because you can dip and swing.
Mm-hmm.
But that 1-2 is show if you got power.
But he just wasn't doing enough, bro. And he's got terrible defense. Oh, my God. Marotta looked the best he's ever looked. Like, he was landing right hand after right hand.
How was his stamina, though?
No, he looked fine. Fine. If anything, Butler the one looked tired. After the first round, Butler was already bruised up. I'm like, yeah. I mean, look, he wasn't getting destroyed, but he was definitely losing the rounds, man. He had success in spots. You know, you could see shades if maybe he changes trainer, gets with an elite level training camp. They push him. He runs more Because
So
I think
he has some skill there.
he definitely has some skill
Okay,
to
that's
the
good.
eye. Like, he doesn't look sloppy, you know. He looks technically sound. His punches are nice and straight. I just think his defense is he was getting hit with mad right hands. Like, whoa. Like, right hands all day.
Watch that bitch in the shower.
But yeah, man, let me get to this tape.
February the 22nd.
Definitely, it's going to be on that date, and it'll officially be announced next week. Definitely.
Okay, and Tyson, we understand, John, is in full training and working very, very hard. Is that true?
Yes, he flew out on Wednesday to Vegas, and his heart and soul's in it. And the only way this fight won't take place if Wilder don't want it. You know, he's over there.
Why are we still saying this? I thought this fight was official and we're getting an announcement. Like, why are we still saying if Wilder doesn't want it? Like, I don't understand, man. They're putting a lot of doubt in this fight. I think they
It's putting the pressure, man. It's just like Wilder said. Well, he said something about Fury might not want to fight it, you know what I'm saying, after I knock him out, but he has got to be there, you know what I'm saying, cut or no cut, you know what I'm saying, baby, put some duct tape on that shit. I'm sure John heard that shit. John like,
shout out to Jeff, man. Jeff, you the man. He reminded me Castillo Clayton. Let me hit him up. You right,
Go ahead.
Jeff.
Go ahead. But yeah, man, it's just John Fury just putting the pressure, you know what I'm saying, talking shit in the media, you know what I'm saying. We all know Big John had some words with Wilder in the first fight, so it's nothing new, you know what I'm saying. They're probably just going back and forth, you know what I'm saying, just selling the fight. And I like Big John Fury, man. He's for lack of a better word, he's a character in the sport of boxing, you know what I'm saying. He's definitely a funny guy, but sometimes he comes across as mean, you know. I don't know if it's just me watching the interviews or whatever, but he's not a nice guy, you know what I'm saying. So, and I guess it's just that gypsy, you know what I'm saying, heritage in him. So I don't think that John is trying to put the fight in doubt. He's just putting the onus back on Wilder, you know what I'm saying, making sure Wilder sees it, you know what I'm saying, and Wilder comments on it or comments on him. But Castillo Clayton, he's the welterweight, right?
He is, but I'm just saying, I mean, why say that the baddest man on the planet might not want to fight? Like, again, there's already doubt circling this fight and whether it's going to take place. I don't think that's what he should be saying, and neither did the dude interviewing him.
But when you are on the inside, you pretty much know, you know what I'm saying, the happenings of the business. And have you ever heard, you know what I'm saying, poking the bear? That's what he's doing. He just poking the bear, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sure that he knows the fight is going to happen. I'm sure he knows that his son is going to go through with the fight. He's healthy. He sees that cut, that eye every day. He knows how it's healing. So he knows his son is going to be ready for this fight. And he probably feels like his son is reinvigorated with the new training of Sugar Hill.
Man, I just see a concerned dad. Remember, this is the same dude that said he didn't want his son to fight Wilder the first time. This same dude had an entire 2-3 minute speech after he knocked down Tyson in the last round. How he didn't want Tyson to fight. There's rumors circulating that he's the one that called Sugar Hill and initiated the whole trainer change. There's a lot of concern from the Tyson Fury family. So, yeah, I mean, I like the story. I just want it to happen already. I need an official announcement. I actually would rather them push it back, Mike. I don't want to rush promotion and then we're blaming that. I don't want to blame that. I don't want to blame, we thought it was a big fight. All we got to do is play highlights. That's what, promoters 5 years ago say. Oh, it's a rematch that sells itself. Bob Arum would say, just play the highlight reel. They'll love it. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. This idea that they have about a digital press conference, cool. Nothing wrong with that. Do it. If that's the wave, the new wave, and we moving with this generation, amen to that. But why you late? Why you late? I mean, you late. At the end of the day, don't tell me you're not late. You are late. Bottom line, you're late.
Why is that even an if? Frank has just told us that it's done.
I'll be honest with you. That's what I'm just saying, just a figure of speech, really. This fight is most definitely out.
Figure of speech. So like father, like son, huh? Both of them just talk shit.
100%.
Okay.
Tyson's there. He's gone there 2 months early just to get acclimatised and get the job done right. He wants to win. He wants to get that job done in a sensational way like Daniel.
And that's what I'm saying. I posted on my Instagram, well, the Boxing Voice Instagram.
No. He ain't finna say he want to get that fight done in a sensational way like Daniel Dubois did. Yeah. They looking for the knockout. You're gonna hear more talk of the knockout here. That's why he changed trainers. He said that this trainer's gonna make him get the knockout. He gonna be sitting down on his punches this time, trading with.
I mean,
with Wilder.
look, I'm a Wilder fan, but he backed Wilder up, bro.
He did.
He backed Wilder up on multiple occasions.
A big guy, if you 6'9",
and that's another thing that John speaks about. He's like, yo, Ben Davison had my man come in there too light. He had my son come in too light. You put these other pounds on my son, and he gonna pop Wilder in the face, and it's gonna hurt.
Dude come in 6'9", 270, 280, man. That's a big motherfucker. And I don't care. If a dude 6'9", 280 hits you, you gonna feel it.
This the thing. If you're Fury,
especially with the leverage of Fury got, he tall, so he got good range on the shot. He ain't like Big Baby, a 6'4", 300-pound motherfucker who ain't really got the leverage on that Fury got on the shots.
They adjusting to the fight. If you're Fury, you came in the first fight light to move because you were paying attention to the world and their perception of Deontay Wilder's power. Now, you felt it, and let's be real, you took it better than any man in walking this earth. Not only did you get up once, but you got up twice. And the second time was more devastating. Then you got up and bounced back, trying to fight back in that round. I think they respect the power and know that it's dangerous, but they're working to go, I don't want to say toe-to-toe, because don't nobody want to go to toe-to-toe with Wilder, but if you're Fury and you watching that fight, you telling yourself, bro, I'm the cleaner fighter here. I'm sharper. I just gotta sit down on my punches. Let me put on a little bit of weight. Let me work on certain things. And that's why they bringing in an American trainer. They trying to pick their spots, I think. I don't think we're gonna see a move in Fury, especially with this talk of weight. But I'll let you make your own assessment after the tape.
Just done. We've got to knock him out. We know that. He didn't get it last time on points. He needs a knockout to win, and that's what he's looking for.
Well, you do set the highest standards. We know that, and we've really enjoyed your company on his subsequent performances this year on BT Sport. But when we cast our minds back to the first meeting with Wilder, why now are elements of that performance deemed not to be good enough? Because you've...
And that's my problem with the UK fans right there. It's like the writing's on the wall. Who are you? I won. You big Dazn. But ain't nothing in Wilder's house change. His attitude didn't change. His demeanor didn't change. His knockouts didn't change. Fury's doing all the changing, but you thought you won. You thought you won. Now you cleaning house. Now you changing game plans. Now you relocating. But you thought you won. He's a big Dazn. I don't understand what's going on here, but it adds to the fight. I'm telling you that right now. It adds to the buildup because he's confusing me. How did you win with a novice trainer, make history, and now you're getting rid of the trainer that brought you back? How did you win, but you're watching the fight, and you're like, you know what? I didn't do good enough. Let me bring in Sugar Hill and motherfucking Andy Lee. I mean, someone help me understand. I won the fight, but I'm going to go out there 8 weeks in advance? I went out last time a month in advance. I'm going 8 weeks now, but I won the fight. So I won the fight, but I'm doing everything different this time and changing everything that people criticized. Okay, you won the fight, champ. You won the fight.
Apparently, he got a new game plan. He's not in what it seems like. They, from the way that they're speaking, the way he's been speaking, they ain't trying to leave it up to chance no more. You know what I'm saying? They going out there reassessing, you know what I'm saying, what they did, and feel like, hey, even though we did it that way this time, we want a more emphatic, dominant performance, and that's what they're going out to do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, if you're coming up with a new game plan, and that's what it is, let's see how it plays out for you.
But, Mike, it's just contradicting everything he says. I didn't fight you, you big Dawsa, because it was your network and I was going to get robbed again. Now I got the big team. Now I got the American television. Now I'm the A-side too. But damn, I also got to change my trainer. I also got to get there earlier. I also got to do a lot of other shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not understanding where's this confidence. See, Tony Harrison, there were people that thought he lost, but he thought he won. He carried himself like a champion. He had the confidence of a champion. He didn't change trainers. He didn't win and change trainers. He did relocate. He did dig deep and go to Florida.
If we just gonna keep it all the way funky and all the way like 1,000, like this is consistent with who Fury is. You know what I'm saying? Left.
In what sense?
He leaves trainers. You know what I'm saying? After a while, yeah, he get done. Hey, I'm cool. Love Peter Fury. The Davidson came in, got him back fit, got him 3, 4, 5 fights. You know what I'm saying? The 2 fights before Wilder and the 2 fights after Wilder. So yeah, about 5 fights. All right, I'm cool. Learn what I need to learn. I'm gone. New trainer. I expect him to be with these guys for 5 fights.
Listen to me.
The trainer.
I'm not giving 2 motherfuckers 10% if I won the fight. I don't go buy new running sneakers. I don't go buy new running sneakers if I ain't trying to beat the clock. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, I need new sneakers for. Yeah, I don't get what y'all talking about, but that's cool. We could be open-minded. We could be optimistic and believe that, you know, he's just dialing things in. I don't know what you call this. This looks like a clean house. This looks like a shakeup right here. Everybody's gone. You know, there's confusion. Is he in Vegas? Is he in Detroit? Where is he? Who's he training with? You know? I don't know, man. Interesting for me. Interesting for me. And off is Mike again. We'll be back, Mike. Let's get back to this tape.
That you need a new trainer. What's changed?
Well, what's changed is nothing really. Ben Davidson did this job. A young kid, he was there at the right time. He helped Tyson and they went a long way together, and they're still very much good friends. But it was Tyson's decision to move on to America and take his full show there because he worked with this fella, I think, some 12 or 14 years ago.
Damn, Mike. 12 or 14 years and you make a decision later like, yo, fuck it, man. We had hella chemistry back then.
Reflected on it. I don't know what to say.
Bro, Wilder got my man up late at night. That you going through the motherfucking archives of your memory. Like, who can help me win this fight? Bing, 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 bing. 14 years ago, I was in the crunk gym. Man, this shit is retarded. But I like it. It adds to the fight.
When you going against a dude that you know can end it at any second, at any point in time, you going to do what you got to do to figure out how you going to beat this guy. You know what I'm saying?
Mike, and I wouldn't be here criticizing. I'd be right with you. I'd be clapping, yo, this is good of Fury. He trying to give us the best Fury ever. But you calling my man a Dawsa. You calling my man a bum. You saying he ain't fought nobody. You saying he garbage. You won, but you the one scared to death. You the one changing the whole shit up. Everything. If he could give his father a visa, he would give his father a visa. He know he want his daddy in the corner.
Wilder's a bum or a Dawsa or this or that. Man, come on.
What? Oh, you must say, he ain't hear the audio, guys. Let me play the audio for you, man.
Nah, I've heard that shit, you know what I'm saying, many times. Like, he's a pussy. All right. Come on, bro.
Hell yeah, that's another one. He ain't never, I don't remember ever calling him a pussy. This was new. He called him a pussy this time.
I mean, he called him, I think, a B word at the press conference at the final weigh-in.
I heard him say, I'll fuck your mother, but that was crazy in itself. Now he calling him a pussy. I mean, listen, I get it. He trying to get up under Wilder's skin, but
that's how he trying to do.
You know, it might be working. But here goes with maybe you ain't here. Or if you did, I'm sure you did. But for the listeners.
Hey, this is Tyson Fury. This is a special message from Deontay Wilder, the big Dazn. He's going around saying he fights all the best heavyweights, but Dominic Brazil ain't no best heavyweight, and neither is Luis Ortiz. Dominic Brazil's average at best, and the other guy, Luis Ortiz, is average at best. 145 years old. Someone you already knocked out, you bum. You go around fighting the bestie, giving them bestie opportunities. You've only fought one good man in your career, and that's me, and I beat you. And everybody in the world knows that you lost to the Gypsy King. A half-mass Gypsy King. A Gypsy King that was out the ring for a year. Still beat you. On 50%. You're getting busted next time I meet you. I'll have everything I've got on it. I beat you, Dosser. I ain't afraid of you. I ain't bothered about you, bum. I wasn't bothered about you back then, and I definitely ain't bothered about you now. You big Dosser. You're getting it. You big Dosser. You know you lost, your trainer knows you lost, your manager, your promoter, your wife, your kids. They all know the Gypsy King betted you. Coming for your pussy.
And I just feel like the same could be said about him. You know, he's talking about your manager, your kids, everybody. But, I mean, immediately after the fight, that's what his family was saying. His family was fearful. And, again, he's the one making all the changes. You know, he's the one needs 3-4 trainers to give him a fucking game plan. Like, we praise you for being this boxer, and now you want Freddie Roach, Andy Lee.
Abel Sanchez.
He's still bringing in Abel?
No, I'm just saying, if we're going to do both Wilder fights, how many trainers did he have?
Oh, no, for both Wilder fights, forget it. He got like 12. He got like 12, but Wilder's a bum, but you need Abel Sanchez. He need Abel Sanchez, Freddie Roach, Sugar Hill, Andy Lee, Ben Davidson, John Fury. He probably texting Peter Fury. Come on, man. I mean, the facts is right there. The facts is right there. I don't care what you think, what you thought you saw. One man is afraid. One man is afraid. Okay, maybe afraid is a strong word. One man is absolutely conscious of what the fuck happened again in that fight. And he's going to check every T and dot every I. And if you don't believe that, you are blind. You are blind. And this fight probably ain't get announced because he don't know if he fucking ready. He the one with the cut. He the one keeps switching trainers. His father the one don't know where the fuck he at. Is he in Vegas or is he in Detroit? Did they build a new Crunk gym in the Vegas I ain't hear about in 10 years? I'm just saying. You tell me. Where the fuck is he at? Lot of conflicting reports here, man. Lot of conflicting reports. But it is what it is. Back to the tape. Lot of it.
And he rated him. He mentioned him to me. He says, a good trainer over there in Sugar Hill. Well, I said, you know what? Who knows?
And I'm on some bashing shit today. Fuck that. He's a good trainer. Word? Compared to who though? No, really. Compared to who though? Like, I mean, look, I smoke hella pot. How many world champions he had? Anthony Durrell. Andy Lee, maybe? Was Andy Lee still with him when he got a draw with Peter Quillen? I don't even know. I got to check Andy Lee record to see because last time Andy Lee, I don't think Andy Lee was a champ.
That was Andre Durrell, not Anthony.
Oh, it was Andre?
I
hope not. Because Anthony won a title at least.
Was Sugar Hill trading against Yurdom?
Bruh. He a good trainer according to John. And I'm not saying he not. I'm not here to bash. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just simply stating every fighter got a resume like every trainer got a resume. I'm just saying I smoke a lot of pot. I don't know. Maybe I can't remember everything Sugar Hill has done as a what you call it, Mike? Head trainer. Now as a second, okay. I don't know. But as a head, Who's his guy? Andre Durrell. I think it's Anthony. I think you're wrong. I'm pretty sure it's Anthony Durrell. I'm actually I'm actually go to our YouTube and check what we got on Mr. Hill because I know I've interviewed him dozens of times and I know it's Anthony Durrell. But other than that, I think Sakio Bika was with Kevin Cunningham. I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Andy Lee. Post no title because Andy lost his title to Chavez.
Adonis. Don't forget about Adonis.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he was.
That's right. That's his guy. That's his guy ever since Emmanuel. Okay, 2 champions. There you go. That's hard to do. 2-time. You gonna be yelling out motherfucking AJ 2-time. You better yell out Javon Ennis 2-time, man. Damn, I said Ennis.
Damn, man.
I said Javon Ennis. I mean Javon Hill. His name is Javon Sugar Hill. Let me look this up on our channel, see what we got with Mr. Sugar Hill, and see what we might be missing. He might have some prospects there we can't remember or something like that.
So with the inclusion of Sugar Hill, like, do we expect him to load up on a lot of his shots? You know what I'm saying? Like, kind of like Adonis?
I doubt it, man. I think this is all mind tactics. Ain't nobody gonna tell me. First of all, I'm not the only person who says things like it takes more than one training camp. There's been smarter men who are in the history books in boxing for being experts that say you need more than one training camp. So if Sugar Hill turns Tyson Fury into a knockout puncher in 7 weeks, bruh. Hall of Fame trainer. Hall of Fame trainer. He need to get the WBC trainer belt, all that shit. All that. I mean, there's nothing else to say. If you can do that in one fight, you balling. You doing your thing. You're doing your thing.
And don't forget, if you listen right now on YouTube, take 1 second out and smash that thumbs up button, and it helps with the visibility of the show. If you want to go one step farther, head over to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice and sign up for as little as $3 a month. A cup of tea, cup of coffee, whatever you want to drink over in England or you're American, it don't matter. Get your cup of it.
Yeah, so he trained Jonathan Banks for the Mitchell fight in 13. I definitely got him here for Anthony Durrell, like I told you, and you right about Adonis Stevens. So now he's got Tyson Fury. I mean, let's be honest, that would be the biggest name that he's been able to acquire. Shout out to Sugar Hill, man. And shout out to Emmanuel Stewart. That legacy, definitely, keeping the Crunk Gym in business.
Not only the legacy, but his words, you know what I'm saying? Speaking of Fury, speaking of Wilder, speaking of Joshua, you know what I'm saying? He spoke to these motherfuckers 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago.
He did. People tend to ignore the things he said about Wilder, though. You know how that goes.
I think he could have went to a better place, to be honest with you. It's the Cronk Gym, the OMA World Champions. He can only bring the best out of Tyson.
That's interesting. And you have been quoted as well as telling other outlets that you believe the technique needs to be a little bit tighter. When we look back to...
And that's what I'm saying. I won that fight, but I was not... What? Like, I don't even understand what... Like, he looked good to me, technique-wise.
Got dropped twice, though. Yeah, that's what he's saying.
But it's Wilder.
But that's what he's saying, though.
But
like
Wilder, you see, I live in reality. Wilder has faced however many people he's faced, and everybody went down.
Absolutely.
So it's like, so what? That's supposed to happen.
But they feeling like if they didn't have those 2 laps, you know what I'm saying, in time, and within their technique, then maybe they wouldn't have got knocked down. I think that's what I got from that soundbite right there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's not accurate, but from a Fury's perspective, I think those are the moments and times that they are talking about.
All right.
First one, David, would you concur with that?
I don't even want to get into the David Haye part of it because he ain't really saying much besides if Fury feels he needs a change, and Fury feels he needs a change, and he's okay with that. And you know what? We all are. As long as we get the fight. As long as we get the fight. Ness, tell Wilder to fight somebody. Okay, Fury. As long as he shows up, you know what I'm saying? When they making the announcement, You like the last 2 Fury opponents? Because I like the last 2 Wilder opponents. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to go ahead and open up these phone lines. You already know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Don't forget to add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation. Let's go.
I'm Barack Obama, and I support the Boxing Voice.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Don't forget, if you're rocking out with us, hit that thumbs up button as it helps with the visibility of the show. It helps us grow. And it's going to put this show in the eyes of new boxing fans that haven't found it yet so that they could call in and give their opinion, voice their opinion the way that you do, and become one of those favorite callers that you love. Let's go.
Subscribe to youtube.com/ThaBoxingVoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
Mr. PBC, baby. BoxingVoice.com.
I'm the flyest. Canelo talking about he believe he can win. Go to my kitchen. Get the sharpest knife and cut the bullshit up. I don't care what you do good. I do every fucking thing great.
Mr. PBC, baby.
How do I turn the thing off?
Dom, you not there? Going once, twice, all good, keeping it moving.
Hey, you hear me?
Yes.
You hear me?
Yes.
Hello?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, what's good, Mike and Ness? I forgot to push the unmute button. I think Tyson Fury is scared as fuck. Like, these tactics he's doing, I mean, I remember when his dad was fucking scared and talking about he don't want to take that fight again. And this is the scare tactics. I really think he might not take the fight. You know, I think that cut, they're really worried about that cut. And the fact that they're talking about going in for the knockout just makes me feel like they're hoping to go in for the full sweet science. Make Deontay Wilder feel like he might hit that knockout, but really he's going in to box and run around the ring. You know, but make Deontay Wilder think he might be going for that knockout. So that's Tyson Fury, man. This is why UK don't fuck with him. He's a weirdo. He does weirdo shit, and he's gonna get knocked out 100%. He can't go in there doing sweet science, but he's gonna psych him out to think that he's gonna knock him out. That's stupid shit, man. Just do what you do. That's my call.
All right, brother. Well, thanks for calling in. We're going out to Boomerang Bond Boxing in Arizona. Talk to us.
What up, Bond Boxing?
Bond, you busy? Going once, twice. We're going to come back to you. We're going out to Florida.
El gran campeón puertorriqueño, his instantaneous, Tito Trinidad.
You got any excuses tonight, Roy? Let's not ask questions like that. Let's touch gloves and go to work. Tonight, Roy. Let's go to work.
What up, King?
What up, Mike? What up, Ness? Good morning to y'all, man. Sound good? You can hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, awesome, man. So I just wanted to say on the fact that the fight hasn't been announced yet. Like, I feel like it's history repeating itself. Because I remember in the first fight, after I think the Pineda fight, when Wilder got in the ring with Fury, Frank Warren was like, "This fight is official. It's official." And they were like, "Okay, what day?" And he was like, "It'll be announced next week." And it took about 3 weeks for that announcement to come. But the fight did happen. So, I think it's just similar. I don't know if they're working out some kinks on the back end or whatever, but I remember Frank Warren doing the same exact thing last time, saying that, the fight is on and we'll make an announcement next week, and next week turned into 3 weeks. And I even remember that was kind of how Troy was born on this show, because he would call in every time we talked Wilder Fury and say the fight ain't going to happen, that he's seen the contract, that Wilder signed to fight Brazil, he's never going to fight Fury, that blase blah. Anytime you did a show, he would call in and talk shit about the fight ain't gonna happen. And of course, when the fight did happen, he would call in and talk shit saying Wilder lost. So I remember all this happening before, and the fight still happened. So I'm confident the fight will happen, and I'm confident Wilder's gonna win, man. So yeah, that's all I got, man.
All right, King, Florida. Thanks for calling in. We're going out to Boomerang CYP.
CYP, Pick Charlo.
Yo, what up, y'all?
What up? CYP? CYP.
Okay, y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Going in and out. But look, I'm dressed fresh early in the morning, feeling like $1,000,000. Got on my black Cortez. Had to put down my all white tux. You know how I feel. But Listen, I'm gonna stick to the topic. My voice back a little bit. I'm gonna stick to the topic. I'll rant a little bit when I come back. But the UK is the only place where they will change whatever the fuck got them here to start doing whatever the fuck gonna impress America. Look, man, be yourselves. We don't need y'all knocking out people. Y'all run. That's what y'all do. Bop, 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 run. Bop, 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 run. Do that shit again. See if that shit works. See, the problem is Fury has always been hunted by Wilder. He's been hunted by the ticket sales. He's been hunted by the crowd sizes. Ever since that fight, he said he won, but didn't want no parts of the rematch in. Everybody been clowning him. Everybody been clowning him. It's all about the knockouts in the heavyweight division. Running ain't getting you nowhere. It ain't getting you no fan base. His dad know it. He know it. His mom know it. And all this pussy, dossa, bitch shit, you should have learned from fucking Harrison. Stop talking that bullshit if that's not who you are. It won't work for you. It won't work for you.
Motherfuck murder, mayhem, last words of the stainless. Told you I would kill you, squeeze after I aim it. If you're talking money, then you're speaking my language. Or shut the fuck up in grown folks' conversation.
Man, TBV, what's good?
What up, what up, what up?
Yo, I probably sound like I'm asleep. Really on just high as a motherfucker. Tyson Fury talking shit already. That's a good sign. Maybe this fight gonna happen. I'm with King on that shit. King from Florida, you know. Tyson, hell, you was with Wilder when he went to the UK and they set up that fight. You know what I'm saying? And it still took 2 or 3 weeks for it to be announced. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm patient with it. You know what I'm saying? I think us hardcores are already tuned in and they got a big enough casual following and everything from the first fight and the build up from the first fight that this fight really won't need as much momentum or publicity in order to do what the first one did and better. You know what I'm saying? Because it was such a good fight. I'm just looking forward to it, man. I believe Frank Warren. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say he ain't got that promoter's tongue, but you know what I'm saying, he makes sense. Eddie a good promoter too, but you know what I'm saying, Frank Warren just don't seem like he lying as much as Eddie. Yeah, that makes sense. But that's all I got, man. As I always say, please make sure you push that thumbs up. We said this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast, because this is TBV for life. And if you ain't on Patreon, it's because you're stupid. Shout out to El Camino. Peace.
Stainless in Detroit, thank you for calling in. Ladies and gentlemen, we finally got the champ. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Castillo Clayton, right?
Castillo.
Yeah,
so everyone does that.
All right. So man, I hope this doesn't take too long and you have some time, because we want to know all about you, man. We see you coming up the rankings. There's actually an interesting story, so I would like to get your take. I heard you were higher in the WBO and then somehow were lowered. You feel like you're being avoided? Is any of this true?
Yeah, I wouldn't sit there and I wouldn't use the word avoid. I mean, like I said, when it comes to Boston, I won't say avoid, but I mean, I know these guys know that I'm there. I mean, I know they know I'm there, and I know they know from for real. So I mean, the thing about this ranking stuff right now that I'm seeing, man, if you ain't with certain people, man, it can change.
Absolutely. And speaking of certain people, now I seen that you were with Group Yvon Michel, which for a Canadian, that's a damn good promoter. He's done a fantastic job for Adonis Stevenson, Jean Pascal. Those guys are not only ticket sellers in Montreal, but they're pay-per-view stars in Montreal. What made you go from Group Yvon Michel to Lee Baxter Promotions, which I also know, but I have to say we perceive Lee Baxter as slightly smaller than Group Yvon Michel.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's even a lot of stuff I can't even say right now. But no, Yvon was great. Like I said, I have a great time with Yvon, and like I said, we as me and him actually still have really good connection. He's been great to me and what he's doing in my career. But at the same time, it was a change, as in a manager got me doing it. But like I said, I'm not gonna get into it too much because a little situation I can't talk about right now because of situations I'm in right now. So I mean, I won't get into. I can't get into that a little too much right now.
No problem, brother. No need to pry. But can you tell me then what's your current situation? How long are you with Lee Baxter Promotion, and who should we say manages Mr. Clayton?
Well, manager right now is a guy from Canada, Eric Belanger. Like I said, I've been around for a while over in Canada way, and actually did very good with me. But right now, like I said, being with Lee Baxter, right now still seems harder to get the fights I need to get me where I need to go. The names we've been trying to get, for some reason, I still can't get right now. So right now, like I said, things are starting to get a little tough right now for me. But hopefully next year we can get back in the ring and actually start pushing forward. And hopefully I can get one of these guys to give me the chance and fight me.
But how many fights left with Lee Baxter Promotions?
We just kind of started, so I mean that's up in the air right now.
Okay. So now what I do know about Lee Baxter, obviously, is that they've done a good job with Samuel Vargas. They made him a pretty much a household name here in the U.S., and they've gotten him international fights in the U.K. and in America and even in Canada and Colombia. So they've done a good job with him, and they've been able to work with both Top Rank and PBC. Do you have any ambitions of who you would like to work with to get some of these big fights that you seem not able to get?
See, for me right now, I think the PBC route would be the best route. But I mean, right now, that's where everyone's trying to get on that PBC side. I mean, listen, you got all the guys over there. You got like Go Spence, Danny Garcia, all these guys. I supported them. You got all the big names over there, even guys that are not where they were before, but you still got the big names over there for welterweight for sure. So I mean, that's where I see the best opportunity there. But right now, like I said, I go with anybody that's really trying to get me in there right now.
Now, it's funny that you said the PBC because we see that you're highly ranked in the WBO. I think the last time I checked, you were number 5 or 6. And
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and Top Rank right now, they got a bag of money. They're signing guys, and they need welterweights. And you know, I know this is a loaded question. There's so much into it, but I don't know. Who do you feel you have a better chance at? Because you look like a big welterweight, bro.
I am pretty big. I mean, I am pretty big, but like I said, I mean, it's all about the way you prepare. And like I said, I mean, styles do make fights. So I mean, right now, I mean, I really can't say. I mean, I'll fight anybody there. So I mean, if I get the opportunity or get a chance to get either one of them guys, I mean, look, I'd be ready for either one of them. There's a couple guys up in front of me in the rankings on either side, anywhere. Might fight any of them guys.
Now, does the WBO upset you in any way? I mean, they just 3 days ago ranked Danny Garcia number 1, and I mean, who has he beat at welterweight? You know, not. I mean, look. I mean, I guess the same could be said about you. At least the guys Danny beat are a little more known stateside. But
exactly.
But don't you feel like he's got a couple of losses? You've been doing your thing. You deserve your shot.
See, that's the thing that gets to me. I mean, these rankings, the way it is. I mean, you get there, you get in the rankings. Then you got guys like Danny Garcia. I mean, I know they got the big names, so I mean, it's easy for them to just come and pop out of nowhere. But my thing is, if you're in the rankings, I mean, you guys got to give the guy that's in the ranking the chance. I mean, plus I've seen a couple times when Broner just come out of nowhere, and Broner's all of a sudden back in the rankings. But it's like, I understand these guys have the name, and I understand it. But at the same time, let them be able to fight somebody down in the ranking to get back up to where they're at. That's the way I feel.
All right, Mr. Clayton, I just want to introduce you to my co-host from Indiana, Michael Gross.
How's it going, Mr. Clayton?
Very good.
Hey, for those of us who don't know, how would you describe your fighting style? I understand you got a deep amateur pedigree. You made it to the 2012 Olympics and became the first boxer in Canadian history to like win a match in the Olympics. So big up. Yeah. Well, not in history, but like in 8 or 9 years. So big ups to you for that. But how would you describe your fighting style?
I say it's more of a. Like I said, I'm like I try to think in the ring. I mean, I'm more of a like at times try to think, but I think it's more of a depends on what the opponent gives me. Like I said, I can be aggressive if I need to be, but at the same time, I like to think in there. I mean, I'd say more of a boxer puncher at times, I would have to say.
Outside of yourself, who do you look at at the 147 division as being the clear-cut number one guy?
See, I've been like I said, I fought Spencer as an amateur in at the Worlds, and I mean, like I said, between him and Terrence, I mean, I gotta. It's tough. It's a tough one. But for me, I will have to give it to Spence. I have to.
When you fought Spence in the amateurs, what did you take away
Yeah, I
from that
fought.
fight?
Like I said, I mean, at that time, I felt it was still a little bit of still getting experience or whatever. But like I said, Spence did his thing, come up with the win, and that was at the World Championship. So I mean,
I think we lost him.
hello.
Oh, okay. You went to a dead spot there.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, he come up with the win at that time, and you know what I mean. Like I said, I feel I wasn't still getting the experience I needed at that time, but like I said, I mean, he did his thing and come up with the win.
I just want to jump in and say, since you felt like you're a big guy, how do you feel like in terms of weight and body did you match up with Spence? Is he as big as we think? I mean, I've met him personally. I'm just saying, like, it's different meeting a guy and fighting a guy.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I he is big. It's been a long time since I've been that close to him, so I really don't remember. I know I'm probably sure I was probably like body wise, probably look at me bigger, but I think he got me on a little bit of height.
How would you describe the atmosphere when you fight in Canada? Because me and Ness did a little something yesterday. We looked up John Pascal's resume, and all of his big fights seem to happen in Canada. The Kovalev fights, the Bernard Hopkins fights. You know what I'm saying? Like they had a good turnout. So how is that atmosphere like fighting in Canada?
It's very good. I mean, like I said, it's a little different because you got well, in Canada you got the Quebec and then the rest of Canada. So it's like the Quebec. Quebec is very big with boxing. Like I said, it's one of the places that really held all these big fights. So I mean, the Quebec people do support their people, and that's where a lot of the big fights, Pascal and Albute and Adonis, them had their big fights. So I mean, like I said, they did support their fighters.
Have you had any talks with any networks or any kind of like, you know what I'm saying, somewhere to like get you seen more by the American public?
Well, and that's what I want right now. Right now, I feel I need to be seen, and I mean, it's been years that I've been talking about this, but it's the people I'm with right now. I mean, I just feel that I gotta be a little more aggressive, and I mean, right now I ain't got too much time. Right now, I need to get in there, and hopefully by this year, I mean, we can either figure something out, and they can make something work for me.
When you say you gotta be more aggressive, what do you like necessarily mean by that? Like go to your actual handlers and tell them, "Hey, I want this and I want it now."
No, I mean, more like I can tell them this, but I mean, at the same time, they gotta try to work it out with the other promoters and all that stuff. So I mean, it's more. I think they gotta be more aggressive at it, going to the U.S. and like talking to guys like with the PBC, Rude, and all these other like top ranked things. I guess they got to go sit down and really talk to them and make something happen.
Let's say all goes to, you know what I'm saying, the way you want it, and you get that PBC look. Who would you want your first fight to be against on PBC?
Well, I know it ain't gonna be nothing like I wouldn't sit there and say ain't gonna be no like Danny Garcia and none of them type of guys. I mean, I see that Danny Garcia is fighting somebody next month. I mean, I would have loved to be that guy, but
what about a guy named like Sergey Lipinets, who's highly ranked in the WBO too?
I would take that fight too. I mean, like I said, any fight in that welterweight rankings, I would take any of them guys in that ranking. I mean, like I said, a lot of them are very good fighters, and right now, I mean, I would fight any of them guys in that ranking.
So, Mr. Clayton, man, when could we expect you back? You haven't fought since June of this
Yeah.
year. So that's like 6 months, man.
Yeah, it's been slow. Like I said, I was supposed to fight in September. Things fell through. Supposed to be in December. It didn't work. Like I said, right now it's just a little frustrating right now. But I mean, all I gotta do is just still stay with it, keep my mind focused, keep training. Right now, I've been training, and hopefully, something should be coming up soon, very soon. And once it starts, I mean, I hope I just start keep rolling right now.
And domestically or stateside?
Well, I would love to fight on the state side as soon as possible, but I mean, at the same time, if I can, I mean, if I could just get back in the ring now, that's all I want right now, at least.
All right. Well, I wanted to get your thoughts on Mikey Garcia, who obviously just signed to Dazn, and he's going to be taking on a welterweight by the name of Jesse Vargas, also highly ranked in the WBO. What's your thoughts on that fight and the move that Mikey made from PBC, where you're trying to get to Dazn, where it looks like the money's at?
Yeah, that's a big thing too. I mean, but like I said, Mikey been around. Mikey been did his thing, and so I mean, I guess for Mikey, it's more of a probably just experience. I mean, I like just trying to go on every side, whatever side is better for him. And on the PBC side for Mikey right now, I mean, at welterweight, I guess he felt that after fighting Spence, I mean, I don't know if he really wanted to stay there, but like I said, giving him Jesse Vargas, which I think on the matchroom side, that's all they have, really. I'm pretty sure. I don't know many other welterweights over that side. But to get a big fight with them two guys, I'm sure should make a good payday.
I kind of want to change gears real quick. Were you able to see the Chavez and Jacobs fight? And if yes,
Yes, I ended up seeing that fight.
Have you ever experienced anything like that in your professional career where fans are just tossing beers into the ring?
Yeah, I never experienced that. Never. In Canada, there was an incident when a fighter did lose in the hometown, and then the other fighter, the fan and stuff threw stuff in and hit the other fighter. I didn't see that part, but I mean, this one was something crazy. I mean, you had everybody throwing stuff. I mean, that one was a little different. As for that, I mean, it's a situation that's it's hard to say, because at the same time I understand their pain, because I mean, everyone feel that Chavez didn't deliver, he quit, he whatever. But at the same time, even for the boxer, when you're in the ring, at the same time you got to look at it as you don't know the pain he's going through. I mean, I really don't know if his nose and stuff was broken, if it whatever. But I mean, getting hit butt in the nose, if it's true, I've been hit butt in the nose, and it's the feeling that it takes a lot out of you. So it's a tricky situation.
Wait, so you believe it was a headbutt? Because Daniel Jacobs came out and said, man, that was clearly an uppercut, and he doesn't know why they're saying that.
I don't believe it was a headbutt, but I'm saying, I mean, like I said, I mean, that's what the fighter said. I didn't see it. I didn't see a headbutt, but I mean, that's what he said. So I mean, I don't believe it was a headbutt, but I mean, that's what he said.
So, are you what shot would you rather get? The IBF, the WBO? Because you're also ranked high in the IBF, which is, someone obviously you shared the ring with in Errol Spence many years ago, but you're number 5 in the IBF from what I can tell. And I don't see, okay, you're 13 in the WBA. No BC? You don't want that green belt, champ?
That's something that we never ever had a chance to even go on that side. I mean, I would love that belt over there. I think the very first time I fought for the WBC Continental American, that was like my very first title. But other than that, we were stayed on the other sides. I mean, regardless, they were staying on the other side. But I would love that green belt as well.
Let's say a shot opens up for like a WBA regular or WBAO. How do you necessarily feel about the WBA and I don't want to say second-hand title, but they're lesser titles than the super?
Yeah, they are. I mean, it's a lot of them right now, and sometimes they come out of nowhere. But I guess sometimes it just gives people the opportunity to at least still fight for a certain title. I mean, because at the same time, you do have the big names like the Spence and the Crawford, them that are looking to unify, and it's like at the same time, just being in the rank and sometimes not getting the chance to fight these guys. It's like, well, what do the other guys do? You got to still at least have them do something. So I mean, sometimes I guess you got to appreciate it sometimes, because if you're looking for the big fights, the smaller, the other guys in the ranks are not able to get them title fights until one of them come available, type of thing.
What do you think about the Alexander Busbutin versus Urdani Urgas fight, the Cuban, last seen versus Sean Porter? That's a fight that's being made for the WBA regular title.
That's actually a pretty good fight. I'm not gonna lie, that's actually a pretty good fight. Both of them guys actually are very good fighters. It's a very good fight, good matchup.
What was your reaction?
I was just gonna ask, have you sparred with any American names since you're only in Canada? Do you at least bring in some American sparring to get that international look, or is all your sparring domestic?
Well, most of them domestic. I mean, like I said, we've been had a couple U.S. sparring partners, not no big type of names that I've been wanting. So I mean, like I said, right now this year has got to be a different year. Like I said, even if I ain't able to fight in the U.S., I want to be able to go there and at least spar with these guys. So I mean, that's my plan for next year. Regardless, I want to be seen more in the U.S. and try to see if I can break out and at least let people see me there, and then we can start talking.
So who's your trainer? Because I'm hoping it's Mark Ramsey, but I know it's not.
Now, Mark Ramsey. Mark Ramsey's on the Quebec side. I just resigned in Ottawa. We have a trainer. I've been in my corner for since day one. He's been in my corner since day one. Been very good to me. Been taught me a lot. So I guess I'm very happy and very comfortable with my trainer, Eric Belang.
Eric Belang?
Belanger, yeah.
All right.
What did you make of the Terrence Crawford and Egis Kavaliauskas fight? And Egis had some success in that fight. Did you see anything in that fight that you could possibly exploit in Terrence Crawford?
Or Kavaliauskas?
To be real with you, since before the situation started, I was number one for the Kavaliauskas. For the Terrence Crawford, and there was a little situation that came with that situation. That's probably one of the reasons why they pushed me back. But
wait a minute. That's what I brought up. That's what I brought up from the beginning. I knew that there was something there. You were supposed to fight Crawford, and then all of a sudden it's Kavaliauskas. What happened? Is it political? Give us a little bit.
Well, a little bit. I mean, like I said, it's still a situation that I can't talk about, but because of other promoters and managers' situations, so I can't talk about it. But at the same time, I mean, it was a situation that was brought to me that I didn't feel was right. And like I said, I mean, that where it's at right now. But like I said, that was years ago. Right now, we're trying to look past that and try to rebuild and get back to where we need to go. But trust me, it's a big situation. But as for Kavaliauskas and Terrence Crawford, I fight either one of them all day.
You there?
Hello?
Yeah. So, as far as the situation, is there a lawsuit in place that you saying you can't talk?
It's like I said, it's so tricky, man. It's
no problem.
It's so tricky.
No problem. I'm just trying to understand it. Listen, so talk to me about
one situation gets situated. I would love to bring it up and talk about it, but right now it's still a little something that can't be talked about. So
yeah, no problem. No pressure at all, man. But how would you feel about that Kavaliauskas fight? Watching him perform how he did. What do you think? Do you think that that's a good fight for you? And do you think that you can capitalize?
See, well, regardless, either one of them, I take either one of them every day. But the thing about that is, like I said, I've seen Kavaliauskas. We were on the same, different brackets at the Olympics. So the guy he lost to was the guy that I fought. I ended up losing to in the quarterfinals. So I mean, regardless if he would have beat him, I would have met him there. So I mean, I do know who he is. So, but no, like, I've been seeing him around. I've been seeing type of guy he is. But no, I mean, like I said, I fight either one of them.
Well, all right, man. Listen, Mr. Clayton, I wanna definitely get you back on more regularly. I'm glad we were able to connect, man. I want obviously the listeners and viewers of the Boxing Voice to get a little more familiar with you. Before I
For
let
sure.
you go, man, can you just let us know what got you into boxing?
I had a little cousin, well, older cousin, older than me, that used to box, and I only lived about 5 minutes from the boxing gym. And one day he just ended up going there, come back home, and said he wanted to take me. So he ended up taking me. I was 9 at the time, and then to find out that the owner of the boxing gym was my cousin, which is Kurt Johnson's uncle, father, Gary Johnson. So.
Well, all right, man. Appreciate the time. Obviously, we want to thank you for coming on the show. Also, if you have any social media you want to give out for our listeners that are paying attention, can follow you if they aren't doing so already.
Yeah, for sure. On Instagram, Castillo_Clayton, and Twitter, Castillo Clayton, and Facebook, Castillo Clayton. I mean, all capitals.
All right. Well, Mr. Clayton, man, I want to thank you. I'm going to head on back out to the lines. Thank you one more time for your,
Having me.
for coming on the
Appreciate
show
it.
and definitely giving us the opportunity to interview you and talk a little boxing with you. Thank you again. Ladies and gentlemen listening, if you want to call in, you know the number to call in, 14255695241. Press one time. Voice shipping it right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Don't forget, you can add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to call in internationally. We're going to go back out to these lines. Let's go to Joshua in the New Orleans, our boomerang. What's going on? Good morning.
Hey, good morning. I was just saying, the ratings came out. It's the second most watch fighting this year.
What you
You know
talking
anything
about?
about that?
What you talking about? The
The
Charlo fight?
Charlo and Harrison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I seen Jake Donovan's article.
Are you gonna do a video? Are you gonna do a video saying it dropped from 2.4? You gonna say that it flopped? You gonna put one out there like that too?
Probably. It all depends how I feel like spinning it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Just making sure you put that narrative out there since these these showings doing over 1 million. You saying they flopped because they didn't do what they did last year, man.
Bruh, you need a therapist, man.
I do.
Yeah, think about it, bro. Every day you call in to talk about Crawford. Like,
No, I do
regardless
not.
of the topic, you
I
find a
do
way.
not.
You find a way to talk about Crawford. Like,
I'm
dog,
just
there's
spitting
something
the
wrong with
narrative
you.
with you. I'm just playing the game you play.
But it's not
Spitting the
even.
narrative
But
with
you're
you.
not even talking about Crawford in a good light. You just talking about like negativity.
Whatever, it's your show. You can spin my call around how you want. I just wanted to point out your narrative you spin out, and I just threw it back at you.
It's not a
I don't need no
narrative.
help.
It's not a narrative. What you
It
need
is a
help with.
narrative.
What you need help with is math. Crawford
What I
numbers
need help
drop.
with, man.
His
Talk your
numbers
shit,
drop.
Josh.
His
Talk your
numbers
shit,
drop,
baby.
and you mad, and you
I'm
trying to
not
find a way.
mad.
You trying to
I
find a
just
way to
seen
put
it.
other
I
people
just
in his
thought it was
category. I hit you up on your second call, 1 minute and 30. You're gone. That's his problem. He mad. He mad. His man's numbers drop. So now you're like, yo, are you gonna say Charlo's numbers drop? You mad? Like, why Crawford fans mad? Why y'all can't be happy? Your man's pound for pound. Call in and say that. We just had a possible opponent on who said there's some sort of legal situation. He was supposed to fight fucking Crawford, and all of a sudden they snuck in Kavalaskis, but you rather talk about somebody else fighting somebody else's numbers. You don't want to talk about that, but that's okay, because I'm here to remind you that that's what's happening. We're going to go to your brother, JT Mack.
Yeah, hey, I just got on the show. Come back to me, Ness.
No problem, JT. We're going to go to Michael. Talk to us.
What up, Mike?
Yo, what's up, fellas? Can you hear me?
Perfectly. Damn, this is Aaron in Cali. Why you got
Yeah,
three
this
names,
is
bro?
me.
You got like 8
Sorry,
names.
it's just my middle name. Going on this Tyson Fury, Wilder thing. I mean, at this point, we don't know what to believe from Fury. It's a bunch of smoke screens. I mean, he says whatever he can to get under Wilder's skin. I mean, we don't know if he's going to change his style or he's going to stay the regular. It's all to throw Wilder off his game. Even Mark Breland said before the Ortiz fight that when he looked back at that Wilder-Fury fight, that Fury basically did beat Wilder mentally. And so I think this time around, Wilder's more prepared. If Fury had the best chance he had was to take that immediate rematch after the first fight. Think about this. If Fury sits in his punches, Wilder's gonna have more time to connect with Fury. Fury has to go back to his old way, stick and move, and that's gonna give him his best chance. The other thing is Fury did get up. He's the only guy that got up, but Wilder was weighing 207. Wilder's gonna come in at 225. If Fury comes in heavier, Wilder's definitely gonna come in heavier, and a 15 to 20 pounds on Wilder on that punch is putting Fury out for good. So, it's tongue-in-cheek with Fury. We don't know what to believe. It doesn't matter. I am kind of nervous. I mean, we're 8 weeks out right now. He has a new trainer. You're not going to change your whole game within 8 weeks. Hopefully they announce this fight soon. That's my call.
All right, big dog.
Pat, Beantown.
What up, Pat?
Pat at work, going to Got the King, do we end stainless? Robert Bonilla, Bomb Boxing.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me all right on this headset?
You going in and out?
Well, yeah, I'm out in fucking Sun City West with all these retirement people. They ain't got no fucking connection out here. Story short, man, I'm sick of hearing not Wilder's name, but I'm sick of hearing Fury running his damn mouth, changing up everything. Like you said, the guy thought he needs to change up everything to be successful. I don't understand that. If I felt I won and boxed like I did, all I got to do is be a little faster on the outside and not get caught. You know what I mean? Just tune up a few things, maybe put a little weight on to catch him with some power if I think I could hurt him. But I think they're just doing too much. They need to announce this fight already. We 8 weeks out from the date, and we don't have anything. We just got talk. So it's kind of aggravating. But as a boxing fan, we get used to being disappointed and aggravated. This fight goes through. But I'm gonna get back to work, man. Love listening to you guys. Like Stainless says, if you ain't a part of this Patreon, you stupid. Shout out to Stainless. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to CYP. Y'all stay up.
Bomb Boxing, thanks for calling in. We're going out to Colorado. Stonebone.
What up, Stonebone?
What up? Damn, almost win ready for me, man. I'm visiting in Omaha. I'm like, damn, who else in Colorado calling in? Shit. Yeah, man. Anybody else who will be talking about, damn, he firing his trainer before one of his biggest fights, he's gonna lose. I mean, I'm not buying this breaking people in half and snatching bodies. I ain't buying none of that shit. I mean, we heard AJ was coming to take his belts back, and that nigga came and danced around the ring to get his belts back. Fury is a dancer. He does it best. He ain't finna come try to break Wilder in half. He about to move his head, and that's what he gonna continue to do and end up getting knocked out. And great interview, man. I wish he would have elaborated more, man, because I want to hear guys talk shit, man. Like, I don't know if it's a lawsuit or what happened. It's something, but I wish he would have talked more to maybe put some pressure. Like, shit, you know, I'm a #1 Crawford fan, and I'm looking for all the smoke. So we beating Canadians up, we beating Lithuanians up. We looking to get a Texas dude and beat him up as soon as he get back healthy. So interview him again, man. Good job on the interviews, man, and I'm gonna catch y'all next.
I love it. Stonebone, man, thanks for calling in. We got 7. Talk to me.
What up, 7?
I just came in, bro. I don't know anything.
All right, and you on Bluetooth. So we gonna go ahead and double back. JT, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Hello?
Yep.
Good morning, y'all. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, basically, I guess it was what fighter that was? You said that he was supposed to fight Terrence Crawford. That's what I came in on. I was trying to listen to that.
Yeah, we were just interviewing Castillo Clayton.
Okay, he said he had a Terrence Crawford fight. and something happened illegal with his contract?
Nah, he ain't say that. He said he was number one and he was supposed to fight Velasquez for the eliminator, and then something happened, and he doesn't want to tell us what happened. He said it's something really big, you know. So I pressed him, is it a legal thing? He's like, look, I can't talk about it. So we don't know, man. That's why Stonebone was like, yo, you know, get him back on to see when he can tell us a little bit more. But it's like I told him when he first got on, that was the rumor I had heard. So when I first got him on, I said that, and he's like, nah, that ain't what happened. I ain't gonna say nobody avoided me. But then as the interview went on, you know, he touched on it and he made it seem like there's possible litigations is all we could say. But you're gonna have to press rewind, make up your own interpretation of it.
Oh, okay, bet. Yeah, well, based on this Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder thing, I heard Tyson Fury got a new trainer. I don't think that's gonna help him this fight. I think Deontay beat him this time by knockout, stopping him. You know, Deontay Wilder be a little more patient with his punches instead of just winging them. You know, go down to the body a little more this time, and just stop him from all that moving and knock him out. I mean, that's just my take on the fight. So I mean, the fight is already promoted. I mean, they need to start promoting the fight now, but I think it's still gonna be a big sell, even though they're not promoting it like they did last year fight. So that's just my call, and that's my take on the fight.
All right, JT, thanks for calling in. CYP Boomerang.
Yo. There are certain things that come with being in the CYP Army. And my man J Mac, he part of the Army. So let me tell you something, man. I heard you just say that Homeboy, he should have called in talking about Homeboy because Homeboy could have been fighting Crawford. Homeboy is rated 2 times lower than Mean Machine. Homeboy is, so you want us to believe that the dude that just got off this line, respect to you, bro. But if you would have been Carlos Crawford's opponent, we would have been clowning you on this show even worse than we clown Mean Machine. Don't let Ness lie to y'all. Stop that bullshit right there. Nobody wanted to see dude from Canada fight fucking Crawford. If you didn't want to see him fight Green Machine, who's 2 times better based on all the fucking rankings. Let's stop that bullshit. And my man was not mad about the numbers. He was mad that you made the show.
Yo. Anybody?
Is that me?
I'm looking for CYP. Well, all right. So let me rebuttal some of that. Looks like we lost him for a bit. What did he say? Okay, so the Castillo Clayton angle that he went and he chose, like, yo, if he would have been named Crawford's opponent, we would have been laughing at him. Probably 100% right on that because we never heard of Castillo Clayton. The fact that he was number one and is now number 5, that's the interesting fact. The fact that, you know, when interviewed and asked about him being number 1 and now being number 5, you know, the conversation leaned towards possible litigation. That's what's interesting. But yeah. Mike, you had something? I've seen you moving. I don't know.
I was gonna ask, like, do you know what month he was rated number 1?
Nah, man. Like I said, it's just an industry thing that I heard. So I wanted to get him on the show, and he confirmed it. You know, he was number 1, and somehow they put Velasquez as number 1, which is not strange. I mean, Velasquez is a top-ranked fighter, and, you know, this guy, like I said, I was also trying to figure out why he left Group Yvon Michel. That's like the huge promotion in Canada. He's created all these Canadian pay-per-view stars, Boutte, Pascal, Adonis. Those are all Michelle, you know. He even has Better Be. I mean, he got everybody. The only one he ain't got is Lemieux. That's Eye of the Tiger, you know. So, yeah, man, he got a lot, or has had a lot of Canadians that, you know, were draws. And hold on.
Yeah, man. There was mind-boggling when I seen him with Yvon Michel. Then I seen he signed with some new management company. I was just like, you know what I'm saying? The only people in Canada, like you said, pretty much deal with Yvon.
Yeah, and look, it's not like who he signed with isn't known, but they're not as big as Michelle, and yeah, so that's the only thing, and we've been saying we getting this dude on the show. You know, the fact that he was on today is because he had two things on Thursday and Friday. We've been rescheduling. Him being on the show today wasn't based on the ratings or nothing. It's just, you know, the way shit crumbles because it's show business. Davidian, talk to us.
What's up, Davidian?
Hey, what's going on? Good morning, Ness. Good morning, Mike. What's going on? Yeah, I just they need to hurry up. I want to see, I want to see something about, the announcement of this fight, because before you know it, it'll be like February. So yeah, I'm waiting. I don't really care what Tyson be saying. Only thing I like about Tyson is the fact that he can box. But to me, that's really it. Like, I mean, I like the way he moves to be so tall, like 6'9", and be able to move like that. But that's not gonna work against Wilder this time. Wilder in the lab too. So I don't know. I just think he know what's gonna happen. He gonna get knocked out again, and this time he not getting up. I just don't think that herky jerky and all that is gonna work. He can get whoever he want. He can get Alvin and the Chipmunks. It don't matter. He can get whoever. Sugar Hill, Cool in the Gang. You're still going to sleep, so it's okay. But I can't wait to see the fight though.
I like how you tried to mix that.
Yeah, but yeah, that's my call. And great interviews and great show. And shout out to all the callers. And yeah. Y'all have a good one. God bless.
Davidian, man, thanks for calling in. Stunner, New Jersey.
What up, Stunner?
Yo, what's good? Shout out TBV, shout out Mike, shout out Nets, #1 boxing podcast, man. All right, before I address the actual Wilder Fury, let me just address something. All y'all dudes that's calling in saying, oh, man, we need to get this fight announced. Shut that shit up. Look, Wilder just fought like a month ago. He's about to fight in less than 2 months right now, right? This dude's planning to fight 3 to 4 times next year. Meanwhile, AJ just needed a 4 to 5 month training camp for a fat ass. I don't see y'all complaining, oh, when's AJ's next fight going to be? That's just probably going to be in May, June. So stop all that, just be patient, it's coming. As far as Wilder Fury, you going to get your ass knocked out. You a cocaine head, right? You a cocaine head. You go train with a dude called Sugar Hill. That's surprising.
Y'all terrible.
Yes, sir. We just seen Charlo versus Harrison. Harrison is a dude who originates from Kronk Gym. He's a boxer like you, Fury. But what did he try to do in his second fight with a puncher? Oh, he tried to walk down the puncher. He tried to do all, you know what I'm saying? He fought out of his typical game plan, and he got his ass knocked out. Now, let's say Fury adopts that same game plan. You just got a cut on your eye in your last fight. Now you're going to fight physical with Wilder. Another thing, your father's saying you're going to gain weight for this fight. Now, understand something. Wilder's also going to gain weight, but Wilder and Fury have two completely different physiques. We have lean muscle as opposed to a guy who has a bunch of fat on his body. Fury, you gain weight, you're going to gas out and you're going to get knocked. So do what you do. Go train with,
Wow. He made so many points, man. Fuck. That's why I hate not interrupting, bruh. What the fuck was some of this shit? You remember anything he said that was hot? Cause he made some few. Oh, the Sugar Hill shit. That was funny. Damn, Mike, why you like? Oh,
I just what stood out. He was like, "Fury, you're a cokehead." I was just like, "Damn, you gonna bring that up right now?"
I mean, but the correlation with Sugar Hill and shit is like, that was funny. That was funny.
We got a super chat coming in from Big Super Max Rodriguez. One could say Wilder is being complacent, though. Is that right?
That's what he brought up. Yeah, bro, our energy's the same. You telling me we ain't do multiple shows about AJ Ruiz not being announced, and is it going to be announced, and is AJ really going to take the rematch? Like, come on, that's the problem with y'all. The energy's always the same. It's just that if you are a fan of that particular fighter, it's going to be amplified for you, so you feel, quote-unquote, AJ hate more, Wilder hate more, Crawford hate more. Like, that's just how it goes, but it ain't really like that. Because we
Super chat
definitely
coming
talked about AJ not taking the fight, and is he gonna take the fight? And we had callers talking about this fight won't happen. That they're gonna have a late what was it? Checkmate. Talking about somebody was gonna pull out. Well, not somebody. He was specifically saying AJ was gonna pull out. I'm sorry, Mike. Go ahead. You was trying to do a super chat. Apologies.
No, you cool. Know what I'm saying? Juice Lee says, "Damn, Ness, you acting like a fanboy for Wilder." These guys, but
Damn, what I said now?
I don't know. T Plums 101 says, "Wilder says Fury film study. Let's see this 10-2 BS." We already debunked that, man, a long time ago. Henry Brown says, "You tell me if y'all agree since Dubois is the WBC silver champ, should Dillian White have a eliminator match for the WBC mandatory?"
No.
Nah.
He already the mandatory. How many times we gonna make poor Dillian White fight? Now, if he take a fight that's not Wilder, I don't mind if it's a mandatory, because you gotta defend your mandatory status. You the interim champion at this point. It's like you the champion, so yeah, I don't mind a fight with him and Dubois, but I don't think Dubois is ready, man. Get out of here. I'd rather have a fucking Andy fight, which I don't think Andy's ready. You know what I'm saying? Yo, his own trainer, I was gonna do that show. His own trainer ain't heard from him since December 7th. Bro, they got on separate planes, it looked like. Man said, I'm out.
That's crazy.
I'm out, bro. That's crazy, bro. We got another one from Henry Brown says, "It's like this welterweight needs undisputed and heavyweight needs undisputed. I got Crawford and Dubois to do that is my prediction. Dipset Santana." Hey! Whoa. Whoa, really? He got Dubois to do it? That's crazy. I guess that's like I don't know. That's early. That's an early prediction. Wow.
That's a lot of faith in that young man. We got one more.
How tall is he, Mike?
6'5".
Dang, he don't look that tall though.
Yeah, he built like a motherfucking house though. Henry Brown says physique doesn't matter. Look at Ruiz and Kornacki.
Yeah, man, but come on. See, yo, I'm so mad right now. Ruiz gonna have clout for the rest of his life. And I'm not on that. Like, how could we still be talking about Ruiz when we don't know what we gonna get? So we had Joseph Parker performance, AJ performance, AJ performance. Like, what the hell? I mean, come on, man. We don't know. It's say inconsistency all throughout that right there. I don't know. I want him to be, Mike. I want him to be AJ1. And what was that other dude he beat right before the AJ1?
Dimitrenko.
Yeah, if he's that dude, which we never gonna know, we gonna have to be begging and wishing throughout the whole training camp, hoping he is. But if he is that dude, yeah, I want to see the Dillian White fight. Hell yeah.
Just don't like what I've been hearing, like, and seeing from like posts and interviews.
Exactly.
Guys not communicating. Everything that came out post fight. So I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll just see where Andy minded when he does his next like sit down like interview.
Hope is in the right place, man. Hope is in the right place.
What better place than right here, man? To get him back on.
I'm just so let down, man. I'm so let down. I can't believe that on that level with that much cash on the line, you don't perform like the best.
Like I always say, man, money don't change who you are. It just
amplifies it.
Thank you. Like, that's who Andy is, and that's who AJ is. That's who Floyd is. That's who Wilder is. These guys got money, don't say.
Oh, that's another thing Stunner said when you said Wilder, because he talked about the game plan and he tried to say he compared it to Jamal, Charlo, and Harrison. Can't do that. Wilder don't got that tank. Wilder got a phenomenal tank. Phenomenal. But he ain't got that type of tank. Like, Jamal pushed that pace. Jamel pushed that pace. And obviously he had his rounds where it was Harrison pushing it. But what I'm saying is, you see, like, Wilder don't do that. Like, I mean, I guess he do, but when he got you hurt, hunt you down, just wing and shot. Jamel was doing that round one. Bruh, the torque he was getting from his fucking waist, bruh. I'm like, oh my God. Them left hooks was so sharp.
The main difference that I see in Jamel and Wilder is Wilder doesn't really necessarily waste punches.
Mm-hmm.
Everything he
And
told,
that's what I mean.
he gonna
But you calling it wasting. I'm not calling it wasting. I'm calling it hunting the man down. He's active to get you in that position. And the other thing is, look, Wilder don't even run. Jamel running and riding bike. Like, he's building his cardio for that type of fight. Wilder is more patient. You seen him in there with Ortiz. He's like, waiting. I'm patient. I'm parrying. I'm blocking. You know? He even talked to you and me. Well, I don't know if you was there. I think you wasn't there this time, but about the 52 block shit. You know, everybody on this 52 block shit. He like, yo, I'm gonna whip out the 52 block on him. I'm like, no, champ, don't do it.
Wait, hold on. What's going on? 52
Bro,
block,
he
man?
made me Google the shit and everything, bro. It was a video. It's some karate dude. It's some karate dude in the ring, yo. And then he was like, look, I'm like, holy shit, right? And he's like mad blocks. My man just like, I'm like, what the hell?
Fucking fool.
Nah, he's fucking, he's one of the best, man. He's
Man, absolutely.
Let me get out to a ringer real quick in the UK.
Sing along if you know the words. Come on.
Hey, Stainless saying this. 52 blocks is real.
Yo, what's going on, people?
What's going on, Coyote?
Good morning.
Yeah, it's been a good year for boxing. All right, quick one. I think this fight is definitely going to happen. I don't know why there was a delay, but I remember the last one as well. There was a bit of a delay before it was announced. Actually, not a bit. There was a bit of, it was quite a delay. So I guess it's the same thing this time around. But yeah, so I've been thinking about the fight, and I think that if Wilder wins the first one, I think Fury will take the rematch. I think if Fury wins the first one, I think Fury will drop the belt. So that's why, because I think Fury would do what he did with Klitschko again, which would be a shame, because what that means is Wilder will probably have to fight Dillian White.
Why don't you think Fury would fight Dillian White?
No, because there would be a rematch, obviously. So he would have to fight Wilder again. And I think he would vacate the belt not to fight Wilder again.
If he won, why wouldn't he fight Wilder again? That would be him winning twice already.
He did that with Klitschko, remember?
But not twice. He didn't even have the rematch with Klitschko.
Yeah, he had a rematch, remember? Yeah, everything was planned.
No. What I'm saying is it didn't happen, Coyote.
What, the
Klitschko fight? It didn't happen. The rematch never happened. He never defended those belts.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying he might do the same thing with Wilder. That's what I'm saying.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't think he will if he goes into the second fight and actually wins. It would be completely different than Klitschko because he would be having the rematch and winning the rematch. So to say that he won't do the third fight is that he'll vacate the belt? Like, why? He would have mentally beat Wilder in the first one, then came back and proved that he did it the second time. Now I'm going to vacate the belt? No way, Jose.
Listen, Fury's full of surprises, you know. The guy,
it was different. It was a different situation back then. The IBF was on some bullshit. They took the belt. You know, he was different too. You know, he was wilding. He was different. Listen, we're all different. We're all different at a younger age. You know what I mean? Fury's a different man.
I hear that. I hear that. But yeah, it should be interesting. You know what? The first fight, I'll be honest, the first fight, I wasn't really looking forward to it because I felt like Wilder was going to win because I felt like Fury just came out of like a 3-year layout. So I thought it was going to be an easy
Super chat coming in from Henry Brown with another one. Ness, where's my 100 burpees?
Yo, why
man?
why is he even saying that? Like, I never bet nobody. I specifically said 100 burpees. Hell no. I can't do that shit. 100 burpees, them like the toughest things to do, you know what I mean? Or one of. I mean, obviously once you get to doing it, you get in that flow, but like, ain't nobody trying to do 100 burpees.
BoxingVoice.com. When I was locked up in county jail, I thought the Southside was gonna fight. I knocked out the Southside. Teardrop.
BoxingVoice.com. What you got to say about that, Deontay? What you got to say about that? Hold on a second.
White boy, you a ringer, champ. That's your intro, champ. Go on once. You working, no problem. Joshua New Orleans, Boomerang.
2-time.
Yeah, what up, Ness?
What up, champ?
Hey, man, why you say I need help, man? Why I need help?
Well, now you need help with internet. But you there, bro?
Man, you breaking up, big dog. You gotta know what I'm saying. Reconnect, homie.
What you gotta say about that, Deontay? What you got about that?
You can't be on here, know what I'm saying, trying to support Bud and your shit falling apart.
We going to 7-11. What up, 7 in Cali? You ready? No, you working? You just listening. All right. Stainless, did we hit you with the boom bap on the boomerang?
Not shit.
No? Okay.
Nah, you know it's time. I'm still on that first blunt, but I'm a little more awake, a little more active.
Damn, bro.
Man, shout
how
out.
many grams in that blood shit last 2 hours? What the fuck?
If this you
No, I had to put it out, man. Y'all heard me on my first call, man. I was so lit, man. I sound like a marshmallow on that first call, man. I was high as a motherfucker. I had to put that blunt down, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just relit it, you know what I'm saying? Like in the last couple calls, man. But shout out to Stunner, man. Shit, man. Trust me. You listen back, man. My shit sound like a easy listening elevator music commercial before. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, yeah, man. I'm just so trust me. I'm definitely more awake now. But y'all to kill half my car. Shout out to Stunner, man, for that great ass call, man. He had all them points on the head, man. And that shit definitely woke me up with the laughter, man, when that nigga was talking about cokehead with a trainer named Sugar Hill. Oh, man, that shit was fucking hilarious, man. Y'all cats know how to wake somebody up in the morning, man. Shout out to you.
I get the correlation.
Oh, my God.
You got it late?
I ain't hear him, though. I was going
Oh, shit. Well, I'm happy I could correlate that for you, man. As I always say, please make sure you push that thumbs up. Share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. This TBV for life. And if you ain't on Patreon, it's because you stupid. And shout out to El Camino. Peace.
Shout out to motherfucking Wesley Snipes, too.
What he do?
When he in Sugar Hill?
Oh, yeah. I didn't even know if it was called Sugar Hill. Is the movie?
Yeah, I think it's called Sugar Hill.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the one with Wesley and the Five Heartbeats dude, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Damn, bro, that Five Heartbeat dude, man.
He was in a lot of movies, though.
Hell yeah, bruh. Talking about movies, what the hell I just saw, man? Yo, my dog right behind me.
I've been watching this shit, nigga, on, I watched this shit on Netflix called Witcher. It's alright.
Called what?
Right.
Called
Witcher.
With you?
Witcher, like W.
Oh, Witcher. I ain't see that yet.
Then they got another one like with what's the white guy's name that played the Green Lantern or whatever.
Oh, Ryan Reynolds. I watched that, but I fell asleep twice. I haven't finished.
Shit hard, though.
Bruh, it is. Listen, I fell asleep twice. I started it twice and didn't really make it past the car scene. Like both times, my man Dazn.
They in a car for like 35 minutes.
Yeah, I fell asleep though. Like, cause you know, I try not to watch TV during the day, man. I try to read as much boxing as possible and watch all these damn videos from all these damn YouTubers to stay up to date. So
man,
it's a full-time job. Yeah, no, it's a full-time job. I be doing that shit while I'm cooking, everything, while I'm walking the dog. I got my phone. That's what I said. That's why I really love the apps now, because it makes my job easier than being glued to the office all day.
That's why I like these wireless, you know what I'm saying, speakers now. You can just put in the Bluetooth that shit while you're in the shower or while you're in the kitchen, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying, keep doing that shit. I want to give me one of them Google things, but I don't know, bro.
Man, I don't know, man. I would wait for a little while, especially with all the news reports of the Ring doorbell being hacked. Man, if they hacking Ring, which is also a Google company.
How they hacking it though?
My man, people is hacking the Ring doorbells and alarm systems, right? So now if you got that bread and you spent not only the motherfucking $350 and some change on the doorbell, you also got the alarm system. people able to hack it, see you, and talk to you. They scaring the kids, they scaring babysitters. Yo, dude on the news like, if you don't give me however much Bitcoin, I'm gonna get. I'm like, yo, they bugging. Now you gotta be careful, man. Shit crazy, bruh. I mean, there's always somebody out there bored.
It's technology, man.
Nah, it's just bored. It's bored, like, cause cool, it's technology. You could put that brain to invent something instead of fucking prying into other people's shit.
They did invent something shit hack.
Exactly, but it's negative. It's negative.
Absolutely,
What the fuck is you doing looking at something like they?
But you gotta admit though,
I'm telling you, you gotta watch the reports. Dudes is
perverted.
I'm saying dudes. I'm saying dudes, but there's no way to know. But they in children's rooms, nigga. They like. First of all, I don't know why you a mother and you got a camera in your kid's room. That's scary right there. But
I know plenty of motherfuckers to do that shit though.
I mean, you mean like the nanny cams?
Yeah, nanny cams.
Yeah, okay, but not a guy. Yo, I'm talking about. You know how Comcast brings you, Xfinity brings you. I'm talking about the big ass shit. Look, all obvious inside your house. I'm telling you, you got to look it up. You got to watch the reports. It's big, not big and ugly, but it's big. And it's crazy, because I wanted the ring. Like I'm in the office right now. I don't want to go downstairs see who the fuck. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be right here on my phone. Like, man, I ain't answering that shit. Fuck Jehovah's Witness. I ain't got time for that shit right now. You know, I can't even do that now. I got to be running down. My damn dogs follow every move I do. It's crazy. Sheesh. They like a tail right now. All right, we got everybody except we're gonna try Joshua again with the bad connection. I think that's the last Boomerang and CYP as well. Joshua, go.
I'm driving through these woods. That's why I'm dropping internet. And Mike, you can't be coming for me on no bud talk. You heard me, Mike?
Yeah, man. What you mean? I wasn't coming
for you. You were. You said.
I said you can't be trying to support Bud and your phone going out. That's all I said.
Be on the show.
See, you trying to support Bud right now. Your shit going out. We can't hear you. You need more bars.
All right, let's go back to CYP. CYP, not using your third one. Voice still no good. You don't want to waste it. All goody. Next GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Catch us on the next one. Yeah, Mike.
Follow me on IG at Gross1911 or on Twitter at Gross2312. And you can follow me on YouTube at Mike on Sports. Peace out.
Do say.